Good morning, welcome. My name is Richard Satcher. I'm a director of Fintech Global. It's my pleasure to welcome you today to the 4th annual Global InsurTech Summit. It's great to be back in person, so thank you all for being here. Those of you who've joined us before will know that our format normally is to restrict these events to around 1,000 people, but to make sure they are people who are active in the digital transformation of the insurance industry, so that you get to meet people that are relevant to your business and to your business challenges. Today, as people are coming out of the pandemic slumber, we've restricted it to 500. I'm delighted to say that we were sold out, but that's a way of ensuring that the sorts of people that you'll meet and the number and quality of interactions remains the same. Some people couldn't make it because they've got COVID or there's still travel restrictions in other countries. So we have invited some people to be virtual. So I think we've got about 200 people virtually registered as well. Around half of the people of the 500 that are supposed to come today are insurance companies and financial institutions. So we're delighted to be able to welcome the people that are actually driving the change in this industry as we progress. It means today you should be able to meet the people you want to meet, the people you want to do business with, and it comes at a time where the industry is going through huge change. The pandemic may have put quite a few people into a low gear mode, but this industry has been moving rapidly. InsurTech is redefining every element of the value chain in the insurance industry. Innovation and investment has actually accelerated during the pandemic restrictions. It's no surprise we've had a surge of online activity as people couldn't do much else, and there's been a huge increase in demand for better customer experience. And that surge in volume and that demand for better customer experience has made InsurTech more important than ever. So today we have a fantastic agenda for you, but before we start that, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors and exhibitors. All of them are working on the leading edge of InsurTech, and I very much do recommend that you go and visit the exhibitor stands. You will be surprised at the latest development. There are many innovative solutions that may be relevant to your organisation, and even if they're not, you need to know about them because your competitors may well be using them. There's also lots of amazing goodies that I never get because I never get out there at the end of the day. So another reason to visit each stand. You will be surprised at what's happening, so please do make the most of that. To get the most out of this event today, don't forget the event app. The Brella app will give you all the latest agenda and the changes, the lineup, the backgrounds to amazing speakers and panelists. It enables you to connect with delegates according to your interests. You can arrange meetings, obviously here, and via people online. You get the same access to those who are with us virtually. And if you want to get involved in any Q&As or interactive service that we'll do later, please download it. It's also got a live broadcast of all the sessions. It's got the really easy to remember code EDYLY2, so please take a note of that now. The networking app has proven to be really valuable in our previous events. There are lots of meetings that take place and they have proven to be very valuable. The feedback has been fantastic. You will undoubtedly have lots of meeting requests in your app if you're involved today, so please do look at those. The good thing is most of the people you'll meet, all the people you meet today will be well worthwhile because of the nature of our delegate and participant list. Slight problem with the app. We are slight hiccup already. Can we? Perfect. Can we move the slide on? The clicker's not working. Right, thank you. Apologies for that. Those of you who don't know Fintech Global, We provide market-leading InsurTech intelligence to the insurance industry. We're probably the biggest creator of news and research in the industry. That includes news and insights on everything that's happening in terms of innovation, technology, deals, partnerships, investments, sales, buyer and seller activity. We have a global website called Fintech Global, which covers InsurTech and every other fintech sector. We also have InsurTech newsletter. We have specialist databases. We do customized research. We do more in-depth profiles on InsurTech companies than anyone else. And we've got a huge number of new initiatives later this year, including InsurTech training, which we'll be working with industry leaders with, and a new InsurTech-focused sub-website. So please do use us as much as you can to get all the information you need for what you're doing in insurance and InsurTech. As a result of that, in fact, we manage probably the world's biggest professional fintech and InsurTech networks. Our network of relevant professionals is probably around 300,000 now, and that's across fintech and InsurTech. And around 10% of those are very much relevant to the decisions on InsurTech. So that means we've got a distribution channel of over 30,000 people who are potential partners and clients if you are indeed an InsurTech company or an InsurTech advisor. And if you do want to engage with them, then please do talk to any of my colleagues about an impact marketing solution. The clients that we do work with find it to be an extraordinarily useful marketing tool. Many have achieved extraordinary results in terms of getting on the radar screens of insurance companies and FIs in terms of investments, deals, and multi-million dollar sales. The feedback from many has been phenomenal. We've had quite a lot of clients who said they've got a 100% increase in inbound leads, and most will tell you that they get a multi-fold return on their investment. So that's all I'm going to hype, all the hype about us. On with today. I'll give you a bit of background to set the scene. InsurTech investment nearly doubled in 2021. So while some of the world, as I said, may have been a little bit in low gear during the pandemic restrictions, this industry certainly wasn't. Over $33 billion has been invested in InsurTech over the last 5 years alone, and that's just what's happening in third-party tech companies. There's obviously much more happening within insurance companies that's added to this total. As I said, the investment's almost doubled last year from $7 billion to $13.4 billion worth, and the number of deals actually increased by 51% to 491. So there's a lot more research and data that I haven't got time to give you today, but if you do want it, please just go to the Fintech Global site or go to our InsurTech newsletter, sign up for that, and you'll get all of this data regularly. And a lot of it's stuff that our research teams put together ourselves directly by talking to the industry and desk research and interviews and the rest of it. So you won't get some of this anywhere else. A note in your diaries for our future events. We're back on track now after going from physical to digital to hybrid back to physical events. Our RegTech event in a couple of weeks is already almost sold out, so we're back to form on that. And those of you that work in fintech with relevance to ESG, which should be most of you actually, particularly in insurance, please do join us on the 14th of June where we will be hosting our ESG Fintech Summit. And that brings us on to today. As I said, we've got an amazing group of experts speaking today and sharing their insights. And I couldn't think of a better way to start than to have the insurance leaders' perspective as our first panel discussion. What I will do is invite Melissa Collett, who will be chairing today's event, up to the stage. And Melissa will introduce herself and her panelists. As we're waiting, I'd like to say that Melissa is actually Professional Standards Director at the Chartered Insurance Institute. She leads its professional standards, ethics and conduct activity as a united profession across insurance and financial planning. You'll correct me if that's not correct. Non-exec chair of the Professional Regulation Standards and Compliance Board, 11 years as an ombudsman, and experience as a solicitor specialising in litigation and regulation at Hogan Lovells. I'm sure I've missed something out, but I'll hand over to you to take over now. Welcome.